This may seem like a slightly odd video title given that I am still skinny, but I have actually gained weight. This is me weightier than I was before. When I walk down the street, I can feel my chest bouncing up and down. And that's not something that's happened since I used to have boobs. Hey guys, it's Jamie. So I posted on Instagram a few days ago about how recently I have gained weight and I'm feeling really awesome about that. And yeah, it's great. And a few of you asked in the comments, how have I done that because you are also wanting to gain weight and you're struggling with it. So I thought I'd make a video about my process. It's still in like the very early days of like my weight gain journey. Like I only started at the beginning of this year and like I am still on the skinny side, but like I have finally managed to gain a substantial amount of weight for the first time in my adulthood life. It feels like such a massive relief. Yeah, I'm just going to talk about a few things that have changed in my life that have led to me gaining a bit of weight and I don't know, maybe just some useful tips and whatnot for you guys. So at the very beginning of this year / the end of 2017, I weighed 58 kilograms. And to save you guys Googling the conversions, that's 128 pounds or 9 stone 1 pound. And then in mid-January, I had surgery and I lost more weight. I'm not sure exactly how much, but I lost my appetite for like the best part of a month. I was in hospital for a week living off tuna and cheese toasties, which by the way, I still cannot. I can't eat, I can't even smell them, to be honest. They make me feel weird. Just no to tuna and cheese toasties for life. But yeah, I was looking thin after surgery. Like I must have lost at least a kilogram, probably a bit more, but I'm gonna go with a kilogram because I don't want to like overestimate how much I've gained. So I think at my lowest weight this year I was down to 57 kilograms. Anyway, my weight was not in the healthy range. I mean, it wasn't in the healthy range beforehand, and I'm talking about like in terms of BMI in relation to my height. So for context, I am 6'1". So being 58 kilograms is pretty light in terms of my height. And I know BMIs aren't always seen as like the best measure of whether you're a healthy weight or not, but just like because they're a standard thing, it's easy for me to just put them in here. When I was about 57 kilograms, my BMI was 16.8, and that firmly put me in the unhealthy, in terms of underweight, unhealthy category for my height, because the minimum like healthy BMI is 18.5. So I was nearly a whole 2 points under this. So you know, I was pretty on the light side, really. Now for years, I have been so determined to gain weight. Apart from like the whole trans thing, it is the main thing that I feel super uncomfortable about within myself. Like I don't enjoy being skinny. I have never enjoyed being skinny. I've never enjoyed the comments I get about being thin. I get a lot of comments on my weight, like people asking me if I eat enough, people asking me if I eat at all, if I choose not to eat. I get people commenting on like, oh, that must be why I'm thin. And I've even had like people who I don't even know, like meet me and put their hands around my wrist or like my arm and be like, oh my god, look, I can get my fingers around your wrist, that's how skinny you are. And it's just like, oh, I am aware. I've been called a skeleton. I've had people joke that I shouldn't go out on a windy day, you know, just all kinds of stuff like that that doesn't make you feel great about yourself. And I mean, it's not really very serious stuff. It's not like really nasty comments. It's just those kind of like jokey remarks where people think it's something that they can have a laugh about, or that it's something that you aren't already fully aware of about yourself. And like when it's something that you are seriously lacking confidence with in yourself and feeling so uncomfortable about, it's difficult to have those comments happen quite a lot. But for some reason, I really struggle to gain weight. Like I find it so difficult, and like I've been so determined in the past to gain weight and it never happens. It hasn't happened before. I mean, sometimes it works for a bit, but then I lose it all again so much faster than I gained it. At least 3 times over the past like several years, like in my 20s, I have worked for months, like increasing how much I eat, just trying to gain weight basically. And you know, in several months I've gained several kilograms or like 2 kilograms or something, and then I get a cold and literally I only need to lose my appetite for like a week or 2 and I will lose months worth of weight gain progress, because I gain weight a lot slower than I lose it, and it was always so demotivating that I would just give up putting the extra effort in to gain weight, because I was always just like, oh well, like in 6 months time I'm gonna get another cold and lose 6 months worth of progress in 2 weeks. So I kept giving up, and it would take like a good like year or something for me to be like, no, I want to try this again. Does my hair match the colour of the door? And in the past I've always tried to gain weight by just eating more. I'll do that for a while, like for several weeks, but then what always used to happen is it's like I hit this brick wall in my stomach where it just said no more food. Stop putting in the food. It's all excuses basically, but what I'm trying to say is in the past, I've never found something that works for me, I've never tried hard enough, and I've never stayed consistently motivated to gain weight, which is why it's not happened. But after I had surgery this January and I lost even more weight and I took a photo of myself looking like this, I became more determined than ever to gain weight because I looked at that photo of myself and I really didn't like it. I could see my ribs, I felt like I looked really unhealthy and really fragile, and I just didn't want to look like that anymore. And it was exaggerated by the fact that I was skinnier than I usually am. And then about 6 weeks post-op, my appetite came back with a vengeance. And when I say with a vengeance, I mean like I was just never full. And even up to now, it's not really died down a huge amount. I have like my peaks and troughs with my appetite, but like in the troughs, it's like never that bad. Like I still have a healthy appetite for food all the time now. I can eat so much more food than I used to be able to. I can't really explain what's changed. I don't know if it's just like my age, or it's just the right time in my life, or I'm just like particularly determined, or what. I don't know what's happened, but I've not had this brick wall that I normally hit with my appetite and how much I can eat. So that meant that from February to July, I gained about 4 kilograms, 9 pounds if you work in pounds. It was slow going, but it was the most consistent I'd ever been. It was the first time that I had comfortably been in the 60s. Like I'd hit 60 kilograms before and then always dipped back under, but this time I was like 61. I was like, yes, I'm like firmly in. It's not like 60.2. This is 61. This is different this time. And I looked fuller for it. Like this is what I looked like when I was around that weight. So this is back in like June, July. And I didn't get a cold. It was going good. It was reasonably slow. I don't actually know what kind of like a typical or healthy rate of gaining weight is, but that was 4 kilograms in February to March to April to May to June. 5 months, so just under 1 kilogram a month. And then it was like mid-July where I had like a chat with my housemate and Shaba, my fiance, and I decided that I wanted to push things further and join the gym. So starting in the last week of July, I began going to the gym 4 times a week. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. I missed that Wednesday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I go to the gym. Every day that I go to the gym, nearly every day, I have forgotten a few times, I have a weight gain protein shake, and I have it with whole milk, and I have one every time I go to the gym. And then a few times a week, I have these protein oats, which are very high in like carbohydrates and protein and calories for breakfast, or like as part of my breakfast, but not every day. And basically, since I've started going to the gym, I have noticed an increase in my strength and my stamina, which has been fantastic. Even in the 7 weeks I've been going, it should have been 8, but I had a cold. I will come back to that. I have gained weight, I've gained strength, and I've gained stamina. In terms of weight, I have gained a further 3 kilograms or 7 pounds, or just like a smidge over. It's nearly 3.5 kilograms. That 2 months, two months, I've gained 3.5 kilograms. Like that's unprecedented for me. I don't know if other people can see it yet, but like I can feel the difference in my body. I have no idea how to describe this. It could be a placebo effect. I feel heavier. Like I just feel like bigger. Like I can feel, I don't even know how to describe it. It's kind of like that thing I said at the beginning where like when I walk down the street, I can just feel like bits of me moving. That sounds so dodgy. I don't know if you'll know what I'm talking about. So back to the cold. I should have gone for like 8 full weeks of the gym, but I missed 1 week because I had a cold. Like our whole household, everybody we knew had a cold over like this 3-week period. Like everybody got it in turns, and I was off for 1 week and I missed the gym. But what was different there is like as soon as I was better, I was back at the gym, and also didn't noticeably affect my weight gain progress. It's not taking me back down to square one, which it normally would have done. So since February this year, I have gained a total of 7.3 kilograms slash 16 pounds slash 1.1 stone. I am now over 10 stone in weight for the first time in my entire life. Double digits in the stones. And my BMI is 18.7. I'm actually inside the healthy weight. Just inside, but still inside. And the 3 things that led to this weight gain are eating more, working out in terms of like weightlifting, so I've gained muscle as well, and drinking protein slash weight gain shakes. Yeah, so that's basically it. It was those 3 things, and I can't really explain to you what's changed like my mental attitude on it. I think just something switched and made me even more extra determined, like within myself. So like I'm doing this for me, not to look better for other people, not to stop comments, but I'm doing it because it's something I genuinely am really motivated motivated to achieve for myself. I really want to gain another stone and build up a bit more muscle, but I am just so proud and relieved to finally be making some progress on this. This video is not at all bashing people who are skinny or any weight actually, and it's not saying that it's a bad thing or I think negatively of it. As long as you are healthy, it's fine. Just for me, it's always something I felt so uncomfortable about that I'm really glad I'm finally making some progress on it, and I thought I would share what I've been doing because some of you have been asking and I thought maybe it could be helpful. I probably should have looked for some videos like this in the past, but I never did. Actually, I'm just gonna go weigh myself real quick. Probably nothing has changed, but I'm gonna go see. Bye. Well, the scales are in here, so. It said 65.3. Apparently I've gained a further kilogram. Wow. That changes all the figures I just said. Before I bore you all with this, I hope that some of you could have found it semi-useful or whatever. Let me know if you like this and I can make updates every so often and maybe do like a food diary type thing if you'd be interested in that, or like share what I do at the gym, maybe do a gym video. As always guys, thank you so much for watching. Much love. Bye.